and welcome. I'm Kelly Jensen, otherwise known as the Barefoot Deacon. And for most of my career, I did youth ministry, and so I led youth group once a week, every Wednesday night. And we would always start with highs and lows. Some people like to call them highs and lows. Some call them roses and thorns. The last couple groups I worked with like to call them happies and crappies. Basically, it's the best part of your week and maybe the worst part of your week. But it was a way that we checked in with each other at the beginning of every youth group. And the rule was you didn't have to have a crappy, but you did have to share a happy. So you had to come up with at least one thing that was good about your day or your week or whatever. And we all can sometimes feel like the world is just imploding on us and everything is going wrong, and that's all we can see is everything that's going wrong. Troubles at school, troubles with friends, things not going well at home. All kinds of things can go wrong. But I always challenge the young people to have something good to share with the group. And sometimes they would come from a really bad day and struggle. And so I would start to ask questions like, did you eat today? And they'd be like, yeah, what does that have to do with anything? Well, some people don't get to eat every day. Did you have a place to sleep last night? Some people don't have a place to sleep every night. Did you spend your week in a concentration camp? Because if you didn't, your life is probably better than it could be. There's lots of things that can go wrong. And as awful as life seems sometimes, there's always somebody who's got it worse than you do. And so the challenge was always come up with one good thing. I remember one of my kids once said to me that if people said 10 bad things about him, if people said 10 good things about him and somebody said one bad thing, all he could remember was the bad thing, not the 10 good things. And sometimes our brains are kind of hardwired to focus on problems and fix problems and take care of things. But we lose the joy in life when we're always focusing on fixing what's wrong rather than just thinking about what's right. When God created the world, at the end of every day, God looked back and said, that was good. So I would challenge you at the end of every day to look back and find maybe one good thing that happened to you or one good thing that you did. When I come across people who are depressed, I often recommend that you start a journal, and at the end of every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. People who are really depressed will have a hard time coming up with even one thing, because really sometimes all you can feel is everything that's wrong. But if you can think about 3 good things and be grateful, you can shift your energy so that you see more of the good and less of the bad. So I hope you'll take the time to think about your life and what's good about it. Take some time at the end of every day to celebrate you, your life, your situation, what you've done for people. Sometimes we do great things and then we just move on and solve more problems, and we don't take the time to celebrate or be grateful. So I hope you'll find some time to do that, because when you shift that energy to being grateful and happy, you get more happy and a whole lot less crappy. It's worked for me several times, and it's pulled me out of some sort of dark places when I can focus on even just one thing that's really good. So I hope you'll cultivate some happies and some gratitude, and join us again next time. And if this video resonated with you, I hope you'll share it with some friends and family.